Hi guys, good morning. Just let's wait for up to more minutes and let the people join. People are still joining. We'll start. Hi guys. So were you able to see my screen?
Yeah, Krishna, we can.
Okay. So yesterday we are done with the discussion of SQL data types. Do anyone has any questions from the yesterday's class? So that we'll discuss and we'll start the next topic. Okay. Then let me continue. So in our first class, we discussed how to install the SQL Server and SSMS, right? So today I will show you how to establish a connection between those. Okay. Once you are done with installation of both SQL Server and SSMS, just come to the Windows search and there please type for SSMS. SSMS. So you will find this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Just click on it. So it will open the following window. It will open the following window. Here it is asking some values. The first is server type. Server type would be, so there are many, but you should select database engine. Server type is database engine. Next, server name is, so once you install the server, then only the server name will come here. If you have not installed the SQL server, the server name will not come here. So sometimes for some of them, directly the server name available here. If not, if that is not directly available, then what you need to do is just click on the drop down, click on browse for more, go to the database engine. Here, your server name will be there. Just select that server name and click on OK. Okay, let me repeat it again. This the first column server type. You need to choose database engine. And comes to the server name. So since you see here, it is directly showing because I have already installed and logged in multiple times. That's why it is coming directly. So if the installation is new, so it will be in blank. So what you need to do, get the server name is just click on the drop down and click on browse for more. So if it is directly available here, then select it. If it is not directly available, click on browse for more and go to database engine and select the server name here. This is the server name. Okay. Once that is done, and the authentication mode. So here there are two different types of authentication modes is there. Since you have installed a basic type, so that will go with only Windows authentication. Just select the Windows authentication. Click on connect. So now I have established a connection between SSMS tool to the SQL server. SSMS tool to SQL server. Okay. So let me show you again this. I'm just closing it. Once you are done with installation of both SQL Server and SSMS, as I mentioned in our first class, okay, just go to the Windows. Here I have written, see, the fifth step. Go to the Windows, type SSMS. You can see SQL Server Management Studio app. Double click on it. It will open the SSMS connection window. Here you need to provide the following. See, the server type is database engine. Server name is sometimes server name automatically available in the drop down list. If it is available, you can select. If not, click on browse for more in the drop down list. Go to the database engine and expand. Here you can find the server name. Select the server name and click on OK. That's what I did right now. Right? So I have clearly mentioned this. So authentication. There are two types of authentication we have, though multiple, but here we need majorly we need to discuss about two only. One is Windows authentication. Second one is SQL Server authentication. Authentication in the sense, just we need to provide our username and login to connect to the server. Authentication in the sense, username and provide. So if you select a Windows authentication, it will use your internal, the system username and password automatically. But when you select SQL Server authentication, you have to provide the username and password. Okay. So in case of basic installation, the system will never ask you to provide username and password. It automatically takes your system username and password. Okay. So then no need to go for SQL Server authentication in this case. So just go for Windows authentication. Okay. So go for Windows authentication. So we'll go step by step here. Let's see. First go to Windows. Here the Windows is there. And I'm just typing SSMS. See, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio app would be there. Double click on it. So it will open this server type as I mentioned here. Server type database engine. This is database engine. Server name, as I said, it will not be automatically available. And just go to the drop down, and here if it is available, then select it. If it's not available, just go to browse for more and go to database engine. Expand in the sense, if you click on this plus symbol, it will expand. And here your SQL Server name will be there. Just select the SQL Server name and click on OK. Guys, please remember, some of the people, what are they doing is, they're forgetting to install SQL Server and they're simply installing SSMS and they're coming here and they're not able to find the server name. Okay, please make sure SQL Server and SSMS both are installed and then check. Okay, click on connect. Okay, so when you are done with the connection, you will be seeing the object explorer. This you can say in terms of talent, we can say it is a repository. This is a common structure is available. Okay, see here databases. This is a server name. So you are seeing here is right. If you are placing the cursor here, so some name it is showing. This is the server name what we have selected while connecting to this. See, this is the server name. And next, under the server, you might have many databases. You want to see databases. If you expand the database, see how many databases are there. Batch 20, 21, 64, 68, demo, evening, movie, online, RG, product, report server, sample, soccer, SQL 56, worldwide. So these many databases were there. You can create a number of databases under one server. So for our class, we'll create one new database and we'll work. Okay. So we'll see one by one. So if you click on any of the database, let's say let me click on batch 20, you will be seeing common structure, database diagram. This is something like a ER diagram. It doesn't require, and tables. So whatever the tables that you are creating as a part of your course will be saved and stored here. You can see the list of tables you have created as a part of this. Okay, if you click on expand, whatever the tables were there, all you will get here. It is taking quite some time. Generally, see course, department, employees, salary, student, table order. So these are the tables created by us. So you can see. So if you click on this class table name and the columns what you have created in this course ID, course name. Okay. And if you go to the employee table, you will see here columns, employee ID, employee name, job name, manager ID, health date, salary, commission, department ID. These are the different columns we have created. Okay. So here views. If you create a table that you can find it here. If you create any view that you can find it here. There are views. Don't worry, each and everything I'll explain. Okay, but whenever you are creating, those can be stored over here. Okay. Okay. I am saying that there is a server is already there, and I'm saying a database. So where do we create a database? How? So you are the user, and now you are connected to the server using SSMS. Now you want to start writing your commands, SQL commands. So server is ready and you are ready. And what you need to do, if you want to communicate with the server, if the user wants to communicate with the server, what is the language we need to use? If the user wants to communicate with the server, what is the language we need to use?
SQL.
SQL.
SQL is the language. So where do you write? So the environment is ready. You need to have some place where you can write your commands, right? So click on new query. Click on new query. You find the environment or not? Click on new query. If you want the object explorer, just click on this and just pin it. This pin, unpin and pin. Okay. We are it. So here you can start writing your queries. Let's say select. This is same like Oracle SQL developer. Select star from employee. Okay. Select run it. So here you can write. So user writing a queries, communicating the servers using SQL language, and he is writing the queries here. Commands, SQL commands you can say. Okay. Anyone has any questions? Here, connection, how to establish a connection to the server. Even in case of Oracle, also the same. So you need to open SQL developer and you need to establish a connection to the SQL server, and there you need to open a new session, and there you need to start writing your SQL commands. Here also the same scenario. If anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to repeat this connection establishment again, I'll show you, otherwise I'll continue it.
Can you repeat once again, please?
Okay. See, once you are done with installation of SQL Server and SSMS both, so first you need to establish a connection between these two. So what you need to do is just go to Windows and type for SSMS. Type for SSMS and just if you double click on that person, sorry. Type for SSMS. Here you can see SSMS app, SQL Server Management Studio app. Just double click on it. It will open this window, and you need to provide the values for this. So SQL server type is database engine. Make sure it is database engine, and the server name. So since you are connecting to this very first time, so the server name will not be default available over here. So go and search in the drop down. So if it is available directly here, just select. If it is not directly available here, so you can see only browse for more. So click on browse for more and go to database engine. Here your server name would be there. Just select the server name and click on OK. And next, authentication. Choose Windows authentication mode and click on connect. Okay. So this is the object explorer. You can say the repository where you can store all your information. So click on new query. So once here till here you are able to connect to the able to establish the connection between the server and the client tool. Okay. So now user wants to communicate to the server. So if the user wants to communicate to the server, means only the possibilities by using SQL language. He has to write some commands, SQL commands to interact with the server. So where he can write those, he needs a session or the place where he can write the commands. So if you want that, just come here and click on new query. Okay. The following window will be open. Here you can start write your SQL commands. Okay. Got it, guys? Any questions? So when you establish a connection to the server, by default, what is the database we are seeing here? Master database. So if you go to every data here, if you click on databases, so here if you go system databases, there are 4 databases for the master database, model, MSDB, and TempDB. So each of the databases has its own significance. We will not be doing anything with these 4. We'll create our own new database and we'll create our tables and all. We'll not use any of these, but these will get useful in our further. So let's say whatever the commands that you are writing, so all will be tracked. Okay, all will be tracked from these tables. What are the database you are seeing over here, right? Suppose if someone says you are dropped, you did a drop command. So if your manager wants to know who made it up, so that can be tracked over here. Everything, whatever the transactions that we are making, everything will be tracked. It will not stay back for long, but it will. Or if you want to know so there are some system functions would be there, system stored procedures will be there, system functions would be there to use. Okay, that will come to know later, but don't bother about these system databases. So as soon as you connected to the server, the default database is master. Okay. Now, if you want to create a new database, make sure you want to create a new database, make sure we are in the master database. You can create a new database from the master only. Okay. So now you are in master. So then write a command, create database. Create is the command which is used to create the database. Create database name. Some what I will give, let's say I'm just giving batch, let's say 50. Create database name. So have created a new database. Is my voice breaking to everyone, guys? Is it clear?
Clear.
Clear. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm done with the creation of a database, guys. So now where I want to work now? We have created our own database. Now you have to start working on your own database, right?
Yes.
That how you can make this. Okay. So you can make it like then after creation of database, just click on use. See, were you able to see here batch 50? In the left hand side, you are under the database. So are you able to see your batch 50 database? Well, you have created
No.
one.
No.
What
No,
you
it's
need
not
to do is refresh it. Are you able to see now?
Yes.
See, the same structure was there, right? As compared to the other databases. Okay. So the similar structure, the database will be created with the similar structure, saying database diagram, table, views, with all these information. Okay. Now, okay. Now I want to connect to this. So either you can use batch 50. Now it was changed from master to batch 50 or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when you are writing a queries case, this is one command. Use it to create a database. Select that and click on execute. Here it is showing like F5. Either you need to click on execute directly or just click on F5. I just tried once again with F5. So what it is saying, database batch 50 already exists, which means whatever the object names, these are the object names you are giving must be unique. The names that you are giving must be unique. So here the database name should be unique in the server. Under the server you are seeing many databases, right? So this database name should be unique under the server. Suppose you have any other database, there also you can create the same database because the server is different. Okay. Here, next. I'm just creating a sample table, guys. So now we have created a database and we have connected to our own database. Now I'm just creating a sample table. Create table, some sample. See, if you want this is the result window, guys. Down you are seeing the result window. If you want to make it disappear, just do Control R. Control R. And again, if you press Control R, it will come. Control R. The switch between this is Control R. Okay. S number. S name. I'm just for now. I'm just keeping only this column, 2 column. What is S number? What you want to restore?
Int serial number.
Integer. Okay, for now I'm just giving. So into S name.
Varchar.
Okay, I'm just giving a size of 10. See. Create table. So now go to the batch 50. Just click on tables. Were you able to see sample, right? And expand it. Columns. S number. S name. So don't worry about how to create table and everything we'll do again. But here I'm just showing how you can establish a connection to the database, server, and where you can write your push SQL commands, and so how you can create a database and how you can connect to the database. So here I'm just closing again. Okay. And I'm just connecting to the SSMS again. Okay, and just click on connect. So till here, see, unless you have selected a session or where to write your queries, so you are not able to see any database selected here. So only when you click on new query, you can see this is enabled. Two options here. Either you can, so now here what you need to do, you have to connect to your database. Now you are in master database. While working here, you need to make sure in which database you are. Okay, in which database you are. Okay, here I am in master database currently, but I have created my own database which is batch 50. I need to connect. So the first option is use batch 50. Okay, uses the command we can use database name. So select this command and click on execute. This is one way. And the second way is go here from the drop down. You can find batch 50. Okay, and starting. So second, two only. Okay, from the drop down, you can select. If you want, you can start typing it. If you know the database name, that's it. Click on enter. Now you are in batch 50 database. Anyone has any questions here?
Same as the Oracle database.
Sorry? I can't hear you. Can you just come back?
Same as the Oracle database.
No, guys, your voice is breaking. Is it only to me or to everyone?
To me also it's breaking.
Yeah, whatever.
The same process will be used for the Oracle database
No,
also,
it
he
is-
is asking.
So it is quite different. Okay. It is quite different. Not the same process, but see, client tool will be there and the server will be there, but we need to establish a connection. And so of creation of databases, I believe, are quite different. And the next creation of tables, remaining everything is fine. Same. You have to open the session like this, and there you can start writing your SQL commands. So because see, if the client tool is changing and the server that we are using, not always it would be same, but the concept remains same. See, in here we have a concept called schema, but in Oracle we don't have a concept called schema concept, but here it is there. Okay. How to create a database, and so this is the command. Any other questions, guys? Use batch 50 or from here. Okay, from here you can select next. No more questions, guys. Can I continue?
Yes.
SQL statements. This is our second topic. Okay. So to work. So I've told you, right, if you want to communicate to the SQL server, so we need to use SQL language. So how we can use? By writing some SQL commands. What are the SQL commands available in SQL server is the following. I can say SQL statements or commands. DDL, DML, DRL, DCL, TCL. Okay. I'll write one by one here. DDL is
Data definition.
definition language. Okay. DML is data
And
manipulation language. DRL is
Data retrieval language.
data retrieval language. This we can call it as two, guys, whether DRL or TQL. Okay. Data retrieval or okay. DCL,
Data control language.
data control language. TCL,
Transfer.
transaction control language. Okay. DDL, what are there is? Create,
Alter.
alter,
Drop.
drop,
Truncate.
rename. Okay. Okay. Oh, next. DML.
Insert.
Insert,
Update.
update.
Delete.
delete.
Merge.
DRL. Select. DCL, data control language. Control in the sense permission. Data control in the sense permission. Okay, which is
P1.
Grant.
grant.
Commit.
Revoke.
Commit and leave.
Revoke. Okay. Transaction control language. Commit and rollback. Commit, rollback. Okay. So these are all the different commands we have under each language. Okay. Create. What is the command? What is the use of create is? It is used to create the database objects such as table. You have created the table using create command only, right? Use database functions. I'm just closing this for now, guys. Functions, procedures, triggers. I'm just making it easy. So these men, there are the objects. So table is an object, view is one object, and database is one object. So we call all of them as a objects. Okay. So it is used to create the database objects such as this. Okay, and alter. It is used to alter the database objects. See, whatever I have mentioned above, there might be the chance. So once you have created the object, so there might be a chance to alter it according to the requirement, right? So there might be a higher chances that right, altering the objects. So you have created a table, and later it was required to add a new column, or renaming an existing column, or drop an unwanted column. So if you want to perform these kind of changes, altering the structures of the particular object, then you go for alter command. It is used to alter the database objects. Okay, next, it is used to drop the database objects. Suppose you have created a table, you don't want the table to be available and you want to permanently drop from the database. Just click on drop. We have created this, right, table. Let me simply show you how to drop a object. Okay, command drop. We have table, right? You need to use the table keyword. If you want to drop database, you need to use the keyword database. If you want to drop a view, you need to use the keyword view. If you want to drop the procedure, you need to use the keyword procedure. Drop procedure, procedure name. Drop table, table name. Drop database, database name. Drop view, view name. Like that. Here, what is the table name we have created? Sample, right? Okay. Just click on, just execute it. Right? Oh, sorry. So now command completed successfully. If you want to check, so if you want to go to the Object Explorer, guys, just click on F8. Yeah, F8. It will directly take you to the Object Explorer. Otherwise, go to View, here, Object Explorer. Either of this fine. Okay. So go to Databases and batch 50. Check the tables. See, now the table was not there because you have dropped it. Okay. Truncate. It will, this is a table property. It will truncate, means it will delete the data permanently from a table. It will delete the data permanently from a table. Entire data, I can say, entire data. Okay. It is used to rename the table or a column. Okay. If you want to rename a table, or if you want to rename the column in a table, you can use rename command. Okay. Any questions, guys? Here, these 4, 5.
No.
Okay.
No.
Next, insert. So you have created a table. These 3 are the properties of a table. Now you have created a table, guys. I have shown you the sample table how to be created, and you are done with creation of table. Now you want to store some information to it. You want to store some information into the table. We all know, right? So if you want to store the data in a database, that can be stored in the form of tables only. So in the table only, you have to load the data, store the data. So if you want to store some information to the table, the insert is the command. Store information to the table. What update will do? Suppose after insertion, if you want to update any data, suppose I have inserted your record and after 10 days you came to me and my mobile number was changed or my email was changed or my address was changed. So please update with the latest. So then how you do? So update existing information. We can update only the existing information or not. Next, delete. It is used to delete the unwanted data. Unwanted data in the sense, either you might not need all the data from a table or selected data from a table. Here, we can delete all selected. So all data are selected data from a table. But in case of truncate, you can delete the entire data. There is no option. It is permanent. Delete is, you can roll back. Okay. Next, select. So now I have created a table. I have inserted the data and I just wanted to access that data from a table. Access that in real time, guys, will not insert any data by using insert command manually. Okay, so you will be storing the data into your table directly from the source, right? From files or from any other source. Directly you will be dumping the data into a database or not. So mostly you'll not write any insert statements. Once you have loaded the data into a table, you want to access the data to check the data has properly inserted or not, or for any other reason, or for analysis purpose, or for doing some further process. Okay, you need to select the data from a table. So how it will be? It is used to access the data from a table. Okay. Any questions I till here, guys? Okay, next. So you all guys know, right? If you go to any company, if you are started working on a project like suppose you got a job on talent. So once you are joining a company, so there will be a development system will be there, and testing system will be there, and production system will be there. You are aware of that, right? Okay. So first you will develop all your code and everything in the development, and then it will be moved to the testing. And there you need to, there's either you are the tester, you need to do the testing as well. Otherwise, if you have any team who can test the data, so they'll take care of testing. If everything is fine, then they'll move it to the production. So you will not be having an access to the production. Not all of you guys will not be having an access to the production. You might have only the read user. Read user in the sense you can only select the data. You can't do anything apart from that. You can perform only selection, which means what? You have been granted only the read access to the tables. Have been given only read access to the tables, and you have been revoked the other permissions like insertion or updation or deletion or dropping of an object. So all other permissions has revoked, which means, so suppose you have created a table, you are a team leader and you have created a table in a production environment or either in any of the environment, and that you don't want to provide an access to anyone else in the team. So just you'll keep with you only. Suppose if after development everything is completed and if you want to provide an access to some person, some person for specific reason. So what you'll do is you'll just grant an access to the table to that particular user. So by using grant command, you do that. And revoke. See guys, here I'm not showing you anything about grant and revoke because this is not a developer task at all. This is a task of DBAs. You are not even SQL developers, but you are learning SQL for talent. So you might don't need grant and revoke. Okay. Okay, but I'm just explaining you what grant will do, what revoke will do. Grant is used to provide an access to the user, granting a permission. To an object to a specific user. Please bear me guys, I'm not that much good in English. I'm just writing, so there will be a lot of grammatical mistakes would be there. But if you understand, that's fine. Okay. It is used to revoke. Revoke a permission from an object. Object in the sense, it might be a table or view or a procedure or function, anything. Okay. Either you can provide a grant and access, and after the work is done, you can revoke it. Okay. These are the grant and revoke. Next, transaction control language. Okay. So what are the transactions here? Suppose if you are inserting some data to a table, that you can call it as a transaction. Suppose you are updating some information in a table, that is one transaction you can say. And you are deleting some data, unwanted data from a table, that you can call it as a one transaction. Okay. So these are the transactions. So as and when you perform a transaction, if you want to commit those transactions to the database, if you want to commit, suppose you have opened your laptop and you have started typing something in your Word document. So unless you say it will be there or not, it will be there. Unless you say, so after inserting all the data, whatever you want, and just you close you shut down your system, and at the evening you have opened, still the Word document will be there or closed?
Close.
Whatever the data you have entered will be lost or not?
The data will not.
Yeah. If you save it,
It will be there.
it will be there. So here also the same concept. Whatever the transactions in the sense you are performing insertion or updation or deletion, these we call it as the transactions. And once you perform this transaction, if you want to save those transactions to the database, then you need to use commit to save the transactions. Here I can say one thing is in SQL Server, DML operations are auto commit. Auto commit in the sense auto save. I can say auto commit or I can say auto save. Which means what? Here I am saying if whatever the transactions you have made, if you want to permanently save into the database, you need to use commit. Okay. So this process automatically doing by the SQL engine. Our manual intervention is not required here. Okay. But I remember long back, this was there for Oracle. You need to manually commit the transaction. Otherwise, the transaction will not made to the database. Okay. Here, I'm just going to, why I'm saying is here, we don't have the way to show you. So these are the transactions. If you are not committing, unless you are committed the transaction, it is available in the database. So even if you commit or not commit, automatically it will save to the database. in SQL Server in current scenario. But I will show you the scenario, and I will show you there was a way. I will show you that how you can do that, or how you can perform commit, or how you can roll back the data. Okay, but simply if you are doing, that is auto commit only. Even see DDL and DML both are auto commit. Okay, roll back. It is used to roll back the changes. It is used to roll back the changes. Roll back the changes. Simply, if you want to remember, guys, commit is nothing but Control S. Rollback is nothing but Control Z. Okay, commit is nothing but Control S, and rollback is nothing but Control Z. So Control S is the save, and Control Z is undo. So it is used to roll back the changes. Anyone has any questions still here, guys?
So once we save once we perform the commit, we can roll back it, whatever the changes we have made, or
Once you commit, no. Once you commit, you can't roll back. Commit in the sense you have saved it to the database. You can't roll back it. See, there are two things. So in Oracle or in SQL Server, DDL commands are auto commit only. Once you create a table name, that permanently will store in the database. Okay. When next comes to the DML in Oracle, for now I don't know how it was because I worked on 8 years back on Oracle. Okay. So by the time, so DML commands in Oracle are not auto commit. Okay, DML commands, what are the DML commands? Insertion, updation, and deletion. So if you insert any record to the table, so unless you commit, it will not permanently store to the database. Okay, you have to commit. One, you committed means it is saved. You are this record is corrected, you are saving. After that, you realize that oh, whatever I did is wrong. Can't do anything. The changes were applied. Okay, the changes were applied. So before committing, if you are able to understand, oh, yeah, the changes I done was wrong, you can do rollback. These can be done only in case the DML commands are not auto commit. Okay, so those commands are not auto commit, then you can do this. Either you after the making the transactions, if everything looks good, fine, you can do commit, or if you see any issue, just issue the rollback. That can be done. If in case of SQL Server, DML commands are also auto commit. Suppose you inserted a data, it will permanently store. If you delete something, it will permanently store. If you update something, it will permanently store. Okay, got it, guys? The difference. So if DML commands are auto commit, then commit and rollback will not work. So that whatever the changes you do, like insertion or updation or deletion, will permanently change. But permanently save to the database. And if DML commands are not auto commit, then whatever changes in terms of insertion, updation, deletion you do, you have to either commit or rollback. If you do commit, it will permanently store in the database. If you do rollback, it will roll back the data till last commit. Where you have last committed, till that point, it will roll back all the changes. Got it?
Yes.
But in Oracle, we have way, I will show you that you need to do manually. So I will show you that. Not a problem.
Okay. And in future classes, we will be discussing this views, functions, and procedures.
Yeah, everything we'll discuss. Tables, views, database, functions I will not be teaching. Built-in functions I will be, and triggers also not teaching. Procedures will be there. Tables, views, constraints. The constraints will be there. Indexes will be there. Views will be there. So index is also an object. I have listed some, but index is an object. Constraint is an object, and Yeah, we have some sequence is an object. So these all can be created. So, but functions and triggers, no, I will not be. Okay. If required, we'll see at the end.
Okay. So at least you will give the overview like what it is.
I'll explain you the built-in functions. Built-in functions. There are a lot of built-in functions available in the system. That I will tell you. That will take around 3 to 4 classes. Okay. If
Krishna, can
possible,
you explain?
yeah, please.
Can you explain regarding alter ones?
Alter is the command. So, suppose you have created a table. Then forget about the database. Forget about the database. So in Excel, so I ask you to provide the student details. Okay. We have given this structure: student number, student name, course, mobile, email, qualification, address. So later in the days, so you realize that I need to have one more column, like any other column, like a joining date or something, like date of birth or something. So passed out year. So any other information you might need. So then what you will do?
Go for alter.
Yes, you need to change the structure, right?
Yes.
Then you need to add one more column.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and by saying this data, I don't want have nothing to do with the qualification, or I have nothing to do with the address. Then if you want to drop this column, why unnecessarily I need this column, so simply I can drop this column, which means you are altering the structure.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. That is the alter command is used to make the changes to the object. If you want to make the changes to the object is in some sort. Here I have explained you only the table. But if you want to make any changes to the view, if you want to make any changes to the procedure, or if you want to make any changes to the, simply I can say, if you want to make a change to the definition of the object.
Okay.
Definition of the object in the sense, so in terms of table, the columns. Okay. So
Yeah.
you want
Okay.
to
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyone has any other questions, guys?
Is alter and modify both the same?
Return modify. I don't see modify command anywhere. Do you see in Oracle? Oracle, you will be using a modify as a keyword, right?
Yes.
Modify is a keyword, not the command. Okay. In Oracle also, alter is the command.
Okay.
Alter table name. There, if you want to change the data type, then there you use modify. Modify in the sense where you will use is, suppose we have a column called student name, and you have a defined a size of varchar of 10, and you want to increase from varchar 10 to varchar 20. Then you can use modify. Alter table name, modify column. Existing, you are modifying the column definition, not the table definition. Okay, when you want to alter the column definition, you can do either. If you want to convert the data type
Okay,
from
clear.
another, you can
Thank
do.
you.
Yes. Any more questions, guys?
Krishna.
Yeah.
Drop and delete.
Drop is it is used to drop the database object. Table itself will drop.
Here in delete also we can delete entire the data and selected data, right?
The data can be deleted. Table will be there.
Okay, table name will be existing same like that.
Table structure, everything will be there, but only the data inside of the table will be deleted. That's it. By
Okay,
using truncate and delete, we can delete the data. That's it. The structure of the table remains same. Will be there.
Okay, first
But drop,
yeah.
Any more questions, guys? Okay. Oh, okay, guys. Thank you. So we'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll create a table and we'll try inserting a data and we'll make a insert statements file and how we'll make use of all these commands. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Krishna.